Okay, so this is a problem we are going to solve. It is a factorial of a number. Okay, so we break out the question, what we need. Okay, okay. Let's start with a simple for loop, using for loop. Okay, for understanding, using for loop. Anyone have any doubt? Just ask. Okay, okay. For let I equals to 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus. Okay, less than, not only not less than 5, it should be equals to, and start with 1, because if it's let result equals to, what should be result 1. Okay, what should be result 1, and it should be reverse array. It should be reverse array. So I'm going to change whole thing. It should be reverse array. So I equals to result. Sorry, I equals to number. Okay, let number let number num equals to 5. Okay, I should be start with a num. Okay, then then it should be, I should be greater than 0, correct, and I minus minus. Anyone have any doubt here? What I have written, what I have written? I just written reverse loop. I just write the reverse loop. Everyone know reverse loop, correct? Correct. How to write the reverse loop from highest number to lowest number? Okay, 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 okay. Then what I'm going to do? I'm going to do just result equals to result multiplication of I. That's it. That's it. It's enough. Console.log. That's result. Okay. And here I'm going to print each to show you what to show you. Console.log iteration. Okay. It's I. Okay. And result. Okay. 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 And factorial of num is, everyone know, correct, tabular literal. Everyone know the tabular literal, correct? Let's see. Let's see the result. Where the result? Okay, not here. Where stored the result? Okay, here is result on same page. Okay, I just forgot. Refresh. You see, iteration 5. Okay, the factorial of 5 is 120. Factorial is 120. Iteration, fifth iteration means first iteration, but the index is 5, result is 5, because at start we don't have anything and we multiply with a 1. Then iteration 4, multiplied 4 with the 5, 4 multiplied by 4, 5 multiplied by 4, 20, then 20 multiplied by 3, 60, 60 multiplied by 2 is 120, and 120 multiplied by 1, it's 120, and then final is 5, factorial of 5 is 120. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt what we have written here? Any doubt? 5 4 3 2 1. Correct, Tarun. Correct, Tarun. Anyone have any doubt? Want to ask anything? What we return? No, no. It's simple. Okay, it's simple. But but we are going to achieve this same functional, same program or same functionality using recursion. Using recursion. Why using recursion? Because this question asked why result one. Okay, why result one? Yeah, that's a good question. I'm looking for that question. Okay, why result one? Why we give the result at start one? Anyone have any anyone have answer for that? Why we took result start with a one? Why we didn't write null or zero? Anyone? Okay, what if I said zero? Okay, let's see. What if I said zero? Want to see the answer? Want to see the answer? I'll show you. Okay, here, there it is here. Okay, and refresh at zero. Why? I is zero. Why? Factorial of 5 is 0. Yes. If you multiply with a 0, any number with a 0, result will be 0. You multiply anything with a 0, result will be 0. Okay. That's why. Did you notice here? Did you notice here? I am directly using result variable. Multiply that with the I. Correct, Manoj. Correct, Dev. Yeah, that's why we are not using 0 here. Correct. That is the edge cases. Okay, you need to understand these things. Okay, okay, that are mathematics. Being a programmer, it's not necessary that you have to be good with the mathematics, but you should understand the basic things. Okay, okay, okay. हम इतना नहीं यूज करते मैथमेटिक्स, बट समटाइम्स थोड़ा कॉमन चीजें होती है। ठीक है, ठीक है। और कभी कभी तो कभी यूज भी नहीं, 6 6 महीना यूज नहीं करते हम। ओके, और कभी कभी तो हमें सिर्फ इंटरव्यू के लिए काम आता है। ठीक है, तो वैसे हम ये इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन ही देख रहे हैं फिलहाल, कुछ 5 दिनों से। ठीक है, बिकॉज आपको जावास्क्रिप्ट बेसिक आ चुका है। ठीक है, आप आराम से ऑब्जेक्ट फंक्शन आराम से बना सकते हो, एरे मैनिपुलेशन कर सकते हो, स्ट्रिंग मैनिपुलेशन कर सकते हो, ऑब्जेक्ट मैनिपुलेशन कर सकते हो, फंक्शन अपने बना सकते हो, एरो फंक्शन आता है आपको, एनोनमस फंक्शन आता है आपको। हाँ, डॉम स्टार्ट करेंगे हम। I'm just planning to start DOM with us tomorrow. Okay. Before the DOM, we're going to learn HTML and CSS first. Okay. That should be a requisite. Yeah, that is a requisite for a DOM. Okay. So focus here today's class. Okay, only. बहुत शॉर्ट रहेगा आज का क्लास, ज्यादा लंबा नहीं लेके जाएंगे, बट हाँ खुद से प्रैक्टिस करो। ठीक है, सो अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई आई यूज्ड रिजल्ट इक्वल्स टू 1। ओके, ओके। सो यूजिंग वी आर गोइंग टू राइट यूजिंग कर। अगर कोई मुझे आंसर दे तो बड़ा अच्छा लगेगा यार। दीव तो दे सकता है आंसर, बाकी दीव के पास आंसर है, बाकी लोग रिकर्शन। ओके। स्पेलिंग थोड़ा सा, सॉरी गाइस स्पेलिंग को लेकर के, बट बाकी आगे चलते हैं हम। ठीक है, लेट आर एस इक्वल्स टू 1, क्योंकि हमने अभी डिस्कस किए कि हमारा रिजल्ट जो है वो होना चाहिए। नहीं सॉरी, हमें पहले नंबर लगेगा। ओके, और डायरेक्टली वी कैन क्रिएट अ फंक्शन। सो लेट जस्ट क्रिएट अ फंक्शन। ओके, कौन सा फंक्शन बना है हमारे पास में? 3 टाइप है। कौन सा फंक्शन? नम इक्वल्स टू 5। ओके, नम इक्वल्स टू 5 ले लेंगे हम। ठीक है, लेट लेट नम इक्वल्स टू 10 लेते हैं यार। नम तो 5 तो देख लिया, चलो ठीक है 5 लेते हैं, जो देखा वही कंटिन्यू कर। ठीक है, नम इक्वल्स टू 5। ओके, सो हम फंक्शन 3 टाइप के बना सकते हैं। प्लीज, हर कोई, जितने भी लोग अभी कॉल पे है, प्लीज जस्ट टाइप दो 3 टाइप ऑफ फंक्शन। राइट, write those three type of function. Yeah, recursive function, but writing a function like तीन type के function. The three types we learn, three types: normal, anonymous, and anonymous and arrow. Correct. Normal, anonymous, and arrow. Okay. Normal function you will see in a DOM manipulation. Anonymous functions are also used in DOM manipulation, but widely most famous and most lovable by developers, it's arrow function. Okay. 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 Correct. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Okay. I'm happy that you know. See, okay. Okay. So let's just use here arrow function. Okay. How do we write the arrow function? We store that in variable. So let factorial, sorry, factorial num factorial equals to, that's it. That's our that's our arrow function. Okay. That's our arrow function. Okay. And what we need arrow function, inside arrow function we need number, so I'm capturing using capital N. Okay, I'm using capital N. Okay, that's it. Okay, and I'm calling this number, calling this factorial here before. Okay, console.log, console.log. Okay, console.log factorial, factorial. Okay, and passing number. Okay. Okay, this is a basic thing. This is a basic thing. This is a basic thing. Let's just check our function is calling or not. Calling or not. Return. Return called. Okay. Return called. Let's just check once. Is it running or not? पता चला हमने बनाया but चला ही नहीं है ना? Okay. Did you see? Factorial is not a function. Something we write wrong. What I written wrong? Okay, it's a variable. That's why I need to write. We can't write before initialization. Okay. Now it will. Called. Okay, function is created properly. Okay, I just check function is written properly. Okay, then remove this. Okay, so the base case, we need to check what is the base case. What is the base case? Okay, what is the base case? What is the base case? We need to check. We need to check if our number is zero. What if our number is zero? What is the number of zero? Okay, what is the factorial of zero? Factorial of zero is 1. Did you see? Is 1. And the factorial of 1 is 1. Still 1. Okay. So I know if my number is 0 or 1, I need to handle in the way I need to return 1. So I can write here if n equals to 0 or n equals to 1, then what should I return? What should I return? Return 1 only. That's it. Okay. 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 That is a base case. And after that, what should I return? What should I handle after that? Yeah, correct. Okay, then base case. What is our base case? This is a base case. Sorry, this is a base case. We return here. This is a base case. This is a base case. Okay, base case is important because without base case, our recursion function not work properly, or it's not a recursive function directly. I can say. Okay, then what we can do? What we can do? Okay, then I can write let result. Okay. I can write create a variable here. No, I can't create a variable here. I need to create a variable 1 second. Recursive. Okay. So I need to store a result. Okay. Where let res equals to. Okay. What should be res multiplied by, okay, n. Okay, n multiplied by, because it's number 5 multiplied by n minus 1. Correct. N minus 1. Correct. So n minus 1, where we can pass the n minus 1, where we can pass the n minus 1, because n minus 1, and it should be recursive. So I'm writing factorial of n minus 1. Correct. 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 Every time when factorial come, it will n minus 1. N minus 1. Correct. 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 And the end return res. Sorry, res. That's it. That is the only program. That is the only solution. That's it. That's it. Want to see? I can write it like that too. I can write uh, let uh, fact result equals to store inside any. Okay. Okay. It's look better now. Okay. Want to see? Want to see? Okay. First of all, anyhow, any doubt with this program? What I am return? Why I am return? What is returning? What the code I written here? This is the single line. You can say the both line is important, but our whole thing is all in one single line. Understanding, Manoj? Okay. 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 Did you get it for the base case? Did you get the base case? Did you get the base case? First of all, base case. base केस आपको बेस केस समझ में आया क्या? ओके, हमने क्यों लिखे बेस केस? क्योंकि जो भी नंबर है वो एट द एंड 0 और 1 पे आ जाएगा। करेक्ट, जो भी है उसको एट द एंड 0 और 1 पे आना है। करेक्ट, दैट्स व्हाई रिटर्न 0 and 1। इफ either it is 0 or 1, रिटर्न 1। ओके। ओके, देन नेक्स्ट लाइन, लाइन नंबर 30, रिजल्ट। एक वेरिएबल बनाया मैंने, ठीक है, उसके अंदर मैंने क्या लिखा? n मल्टीपल ऑफ फैक्टोरियल n-1। ओके, सो एक काम करते हैं, हम इसे रन करके देखते हैं पहले, फिर इसे हम ट्राई रन करेंगे। ओके, डिड यू सी फैक्टोरियल 120? डिड यू सी फैक्टोरियल 120? प्रोग्राम रन सक्सेसफुली, प्रोग्राम रन सक्सेसफुली without any extra effort, without any extra effort। okay, okay, okay। So for better understanding, I write the uh, consoles here। okay, so you might understand properly। पहले तो console लिख पहले तो console लिखते, ठीक है। console, sorry, console.log, console.log। टेम्पलेट लेटर यूज करते हैं बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए, ठीक है। सो हमने क्या लिखी है? ये बेस केस, ये हमारी बेस केस है, बेस केस। और इसमें फैक्टोरियल क्या चल रहा है हमारा? फैक्टोरियल या इटरेशन क्या चल रहा है हमारा? हम उसको ऐसे लिखेंगे क्योंकि वो हमारा n है। ओके, इट्स n। ओके, क्या रिटर्न कर रहे हैं हम यहाँ पे? रिटर्न 1। ओके, ये आपको समझ में आ जाएगा यहाँ पे क्या चल रहा है। ओके, देन हम क्या करेंगे? हमारा जो रिकर्सिव कॉल है उसके पहले भी एक कंसोल लगा देते हैं समझने के लिए, ठीक है। ऐसे कॉपी पेस्ट करते हैं यहाँ से। ओके, लेट्स जस्ट कॉपी पेस्ट एंड मॉडिफाई recursive call। It's a recursive call, correct? Recursive call, and what happening inside that? We are passing factorial of n, and what we are calling? What we are calling? What we are calling? हम फिर से फैक्टोरियल रिकर्सिव कॉल कर रहे हैं, कॉल्स फैक्टोरियल, फैक्टोरियल n-1, करेक्ट, n-1 कॉल कर रहे हैं हम यहाँ पे, ठीक है। और देन बिफोर रिटर्न वी आर what we are getting here, okay, it's just a consoles, okay, it's just a consoles. Main program is different, okay. Where it is here, so ending, returning from factorial, factorial of factorial of mm, okay, factorial of n, and what it is, n multiply of, yeah, we are doing n multiply, okay. Sec every time we are doing n-1, and okay, 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 we are doing, okay, you might not understand this thing, just try to understand, try to read the code, okay. I'm just writing console for better understanding, nothing. Result from factorial, what should be the result, let's just print the result also, n-1, okay, that should be capital N, and for that, um, okay, final result, that should be final result, what is our RES, okay, 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 and in factorial final result, so do I need to modify, okay, let's just modify this also, okay, factorial of number, factorial of n is fact result, okay, and it's number, not an n, it's number, okay. Now it's look good, let's just see once, okay, okay, now it's more readable, okay, let me just, okay, okay, recursive call, okay, first recursive call, factorial of 5 calls factorial of 4, correct. Factorial of 5 means, okay, factorial of 4 calls factorial of 3, factorial of 3 calls factorial of 4, and factorial of 2 calls factorial of 1. Getting, because it's reducing every time and calling only. And then base case, factorial of 1 return 1. And then returning, then they start returning. From factorial of 2, what we get result? 2. Then factorial of 3, what will get result? 6. Then factorial of 4, what we get result? 24. And the factorial of 5, what we get result? 120. And then factorial of 5 is 120. I know it's little bit. Can we go with another simple and small example of, sir? This is the simple smallest example for this is the simplest and smallest example for factorial, because we already saw 0 to 10 print, okay, and this is an important question, okay. Fact Recursion is not a part of a JavaScript course, okay, it's the part of your interview based question, okay. We are learning here to crack the interview. अगर कोई ऐसा है यहाँ पे, नहीं बस मुझे अपना नॉलेज बढ़ाना है, मुझे जॉब नहीं चाहिए अच्छी पैकेज की, अच्छी गुड सैलरी पैकेज नहीं चाहिए, तो कोई बात नहीं है, बता दीजिए वैसे, है ना। हम यहाँ पे पढ़ रहे हैं कि हमें एक नॉलेज के साथ में एक इंटरव्यू, क्योंकि देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैव अ गुड नॉलेज, लाइक उनको इतना नॉलेज है कि वो खुद अकेले बैठ के पूरा फुल स्टैक ऐप बना ले, बट इट्स कम विद, बट जब हम इसके बारे में आते हैं, इंटरव्यू के बारे में, सो उनका इंटरव्यू पार्ट कहीं ना कहीं कम हो जाता है ना, बिकॉज दे आर नॉट सॉल्व दिस काइंड ऑफ प्रोग्राम्स। ओके, तो इट्स लिटिल बिट स्लाइटली डिफरेंस है, थोड़ा सा गैप है। सो हम उसी गैप के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। ठीक, ठीक है। इफ यू आर गो वांट टू गो विद द इजीएस्ट प्रोग्राम, देन कहीं ना कहीं डिफिकल्टी है। ठीक है, ठीक है। यू हैव टू लर्न, यू हैव टू, व्हाट यू से, अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग्स, and it is the easiest for factorial to understand the factorial, fully understand the factorial. Okay, 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 okay. What we are doing, okay, it's just automatically, okay, okay, automatically just keep formatting the document. Okay, formatting. Okay, so let's just start with a starting point. यहाँ पे किसी को नहीं समझा है, किसी को कुछ समझा है, अगर समझा है तो क्या समझा है, नहीं समझा है तो क्या नहीं समझा है, प्लीज शेयर। ओके, 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 ओके। यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है देखते हैं हम। ठीक है, पहले तो ठीक है, जावास्क्रिप्ट कम हियर, जावास्क्रिप्ट कम हियर एंड सी arrow function. It's a variable and stored this what we say, this a arrow function, correct, this arrow function inside this variable, inside this variable. Okay, okay, then it will come here, then see let num is equal to 5. Okay, okay, then let result equals to factorial of num. Okay, function call, then it will go with a number, it will call the factorial function with a parameter number 5. So it will go here, it will go here with a number n equals to 5, with a n equals to 5. ओके, इतना तो समझ में आ गया हमें सबको। ओके, इतना तो समझ में आ गया हमको। ठीक है, हम क्या करते हैं अभी यहाँ पे कुछ बॉक्सेस बना लेते हैं हमारे अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए। ठीक है, ओके, ओके, ओके। सो अब क्या होगा, देन इफ कंडीशन, देन इफ n = 0 है, नहीं, n = 1 है, नहीं। ओके, ओके। सो so both condition, if will get ignored in both condition, if will get ignored, correct, correct. 1 second, okay, okay, both condition if will get ignored. Okay, then we go to the line number 30. What's written? Recursive call, recursive call. What we have write, what we have written here, recursive call factorial. 1 second, I just type by mistakenly here, ये हमारा एक बॉक्स है, करेक्ट, थोड़ा बड़ा बना लेते हैं। ओके, ओके, factorial of n is 5, n is 5. Okay, so I'm writing 5 here. Okay, I think I need permanent marker. Okay, writing 5 here, first is 5. Okay, it's a n value. Okay, it's n value, and then n minus 1, it's called n minus 1. Okay, so I have created res, I have created res. Okay, I have created res. Let's see, it's a res, it's a res. Okay, it's a res and multiplied by factorial. Then what I have created, what I have stored in array, just understand, as a array. Okay, in array I have called n multiplied of factorial. Okay, it's called and it's get stored somewhere, it's get stored somewhere. Okay, what here return div n from return and the n minus 1 equals to n equals to 0. Yeah, so that's why we handle that. Oh yeah, n minus 1 not understanding. Yeah, n minus 1, did you see, we want 5 to 0, that's why we are going minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 every time, every time when when our program came here, it will see n minus 1, it will see n minus 1 means 5 4 3 2 1. Correct, correct, correct. Just understand, I know it's difficult, it's literally it's difficult to understand. Okay, it's literally difficult to understand, but just be with me, I'll clear everything. I will clear everything. Okay, okay, okay. Just be with me. Okay. We will go little one by one. Okay, okay. Before that, I told you. Before that, I told you. Okay, is it okay to create? Yeah, just let me just try to open the whiteboard in browser. Okay, okay. Start, continue. Just give me a second. Just give me 5 seconds. Okay. Okay, we have created this one. Open in browser. Okay, we have option to open in browser. Yes, need sign in. Okay, now it's open. Okay, sharing screen. Second. Okay, everyone able to see, correct? Just delete this one too. Okay, okay, that's now okay. Okay, what is our program? What is our program? This one. Okay, this one our program. So let me just copy this one, paste. Okay, everyone able to read, correct? Everyone able to read. Okay, now yes, no, visible. Yes, no, guys, visible, not visible or not. Okay, I'll write this here and make it this corner. Okay, 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 visible, visible. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Start with our. Okay, so okay, before I told you, when we create a function, it's create a block, it's create a block of function. It will create a block of function. When we create a function, when we call the function, when we create a function, it will create a box. Whenever we call, it will create a box of that particular function execution, for that execution, that function execution. And when it's written, it will destroy. When it's written, it will get destroy. Like how. Okay, there it is. Eraser. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, I think we need to make it here. Okay, so here. Okay, 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 okay. mm, what do we need? We need box one. Okay, this is one box. Okay, we have box for a function. Okay, when we call function one, there it is here. It's a function one. Okay, first function. Okay, when it's get called here, where here it gets called. Okay, did you see here it is get called. Okay. Mm, mm, okay, 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 where it get called? Here here everyone, you can able to see. No, I don't need that. Okay, everyone able to see. I have called here here factorial of num. Everyone, when I call the factorial of num, it's create its own execution box. It's create its own execution box. Okay, execution. Whenever you call a function, it's called its separate execution box. Okay, execution environment, you can say. Okay, environment, execution environment separately for that function. Okay, separately for that function. Okay, whenever I call that, it's create. And what we have here, we have function name. Okay, let me just write the function name. Okay, it's a function name. What should be factorial. Okay, factorial. Just okay, it should be factorial. Factorial. Okay, it's a factorial. Okay, and what we have passed our whole function. Okay, whole function. Okay, number n, we pass number n, and this one. Okay, res with the n. Okay, and again we are calling function. Again we are calling function here again we are calling function here. So it will create another box. Okay, factorial. Factorial. But here is n minus 1, n is 5, sorry, n is 5, then n minus 1, which is 4, and then res equals to n multiplied by n minus 1 factorial call. Here we can calling. Here you can see we have called here, here we called here. Again it will create another box. Again it will create another box. N equals to 3, and then res and n multiplied by another function call here. Then it's again create another box. N equals to 4, sorry, 3 2, n equals to 2, n equals to 2, and n res equals to n multiplied by another function call factorial. Okay, so it will create another one box which is connected. Another box, n equals to 1. Okay, n equals to 1. But when it's get n equals to 1, before going here or here, our if condition get executed, which is written which is return 1, which is return 1. And whenever we got return 1, our this function get destroyed and return the value and go back to the where it is get called. Then what we are getting here, what we are getting here, 1 1 1. Correct 1. Okay, I think I just messed up. I'm going to create again. I'm going to create this thing again. Okay, okay, okay. I'm going to create this thing again. Okay, how many boxes we have? 4. Okay, I'm going to correct those boxes properly. Okay, okay. Let me just create boxes for you. Delete 5 boxes. Okay, we have 5 boxes, 5 function calls. 1, okay, okay. We can't copy paste. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 function calls we have. 6. Okay, I'm just creating extra one. Okay, okay, okay. Let's just start with our dry run. Okay, let's just start with our dry run. Where it is? Yeah. Okay, 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 okay. I should delete this too. Just let me delete this thing. Okay, everyone visible. Visible for everyone. Visible for everyone. Visible for everyone. Okay. Someone asking something. Yeah. Correct, Div. Correct. Okay. So our program start with line, this from this line. Okay, our program start with this line. Correct, correct, correct. Our program start with this line. Okay, okay, that's visible. Okay, and then it will go to the, it will it will see we have the function call, we have the function call, we have function call. That's why it's jumped to the direct end of the function call, because function declaration, direct declaration, and then line number, sorry, then it's line, then on this line, then come on this line. Okay, here we created num with the value of 5, and then it will come on this line, factorial num. What is a factorial num? Here factorial num, here factorial num, here we have factorial num. Okay, so okay, correct. Yeah, thank you. It's a factorial and num factorial, and then inside that you can see we have whenever we call factorial n, whenever we call factorial, what happen, it will create a space for that, it will create space for that. What is a factorial of n? Factorial of n, factorial of n, what is n? It's 5, it's 5, correct. And then factorial of n, and what's inside, we passing n equals to 5, we have inside the function n equals to 5, we have console, we have if condition, okay, we have if condition, we have res equals to n multiplied of factorial, okay, n minus 1, n minus 1, n minus 1. Okay, and then we have return, then we have return, then we have return. Okay, then we have return. So in this, so in this case our if condition not get satisfied, our if condition is not get satisfied. Okay, did you see, because n equals to 5, because n is 5, then line console, then it will come on console. We can write our console here. Okay, we can write our console here too, we can write our console here. Okay, in console, what it said, factorial n, which is factorial n is 5, and calls factorial n minus 1, calls n minus 1 means 4, n minus 1 is 4, 4. Okay, 4, this will be output, our first output, this will be our first output. Okay, first console, then then second line, res n multiplied factorial of 5, n multiplied means 5, 5, 5, it should be 5, correct, it should be 5, 5 multiplied of factorial of n minus 1 means 4 minus 1, 4 minus 1, 4 minus 1, correct, correct. Let me just erase, and let me just erase this too. Okay, okay, 5 and 4 minus 1, and 4 minus 1. Okay, I should return with the write with the another color. Okay, red. Okay, it should be 5 and 4 minus 1. Okay, 4 minus 1. Okay, and then what happened next? It will create another box, it will create another box of factorial function, factorial execution with the number, with the 4, and here it's n equals to 4, because we pass n minus 1, sorry, 5 minus 1, it should be 5 minus 1, it should be 5 minus 1, it's 4, 4, correct. And then we have if condition here, again we have here if condition, because you get copy pasted whole function here. Okay, because we're calling again, did you see, we are calling again, where here we can calling again our this function, this our function, we are calling again here. Okay, that's why. Okay, 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 then res equals to 4 multiplied by factorial of, okay, I'll write only fact, and 4 minus 1, 4 minus 1, did you see, and console I return for, okay, factorial 4 calls 3, correct, correct, 4 minus 1, and then return, then we have return, then we have return here. Okay, I'm just ignoring this console as of now. Okay, then return, then whenever I call this, whenever it will create copy of another function again, it will create a copy of another function, but this time n is 3, but this time n is 3, and then if condition, then res is equal to 3 multiplied of factorial is 3 minus 1. It's 3 minus 1 here. It's 3 minus 1. Okay. Okay. And whenever I write this factorial, whenever I call, it will, sorry, it will create another box. It will create another box. Okay. It will create another box. It will create another box. And this time n is 2, n is 2. And we have if condition, okay, we have if condition, and we have res equals to 2 multiplied by factorial 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 and 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1, and return re, return I forgot to write here, return. Okay, return. Okay, and then whenever I write this, it will go here, and then n equals to 1. And then whenever if condition, what we have if condition, whenever if condition get satisfied, I had already written n equals to 1 or n equals to 0, this condition get true for, sorry, satisfy, and we have written here. Can you read, here, and we have written 1, and whenever I executed return, whenever I executed the return, here can you see, we never come on here, we always get back from here. Did you notice? Whenever we come on this line, this get called, and then we are go here. Whenever where it is, okay, whenever we come on this line, and this will get called, and we get from here to here, here, every time. But this is the only first case when this is the only one function where where our if condition get satisfied and return get calls first time. Whenever get return called, it get destroyed, this function space get destroyed, or function execution space get destroyed, and go back with a value what is 1, which is 1, which is 1, which is 1. And here, where it get collected, here, correct, where it is get called, it will return back that situation, return back there. Okay, whenever it is get called, where it is get return also. So 2 multiplied by 3, 2 multiplied by 1, sorry, 2 multiplied by 1, okay, 1, and we return console where it is return. Okay, 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. Okay, let's just collect here. Okay, 2, and then then it's getting stored inside the res, and we return, res. Did you see? We return res, okay, then it will store inside the res. And what is the value of res? Just store here res. Okay, what is the value of res now? 2. And then it will return from here, because we executed this return, then it will destroyed and go back with the value, go pick the value 2. And 2 multiplied by 3, is 6, because it's collected here, then 2 multiplied by 3, it's 6, and we're returning 6 here, then it will 6. Now res value is 6, it get replaced 6, and get back with the 6. Okay, then here where it is called, here we called and return 6, and here we called 6 multiplied by 4, 24, 24, 24, and we are returning res. We store inside the res 24, store inside the res 24, store inside the res. Okay, and we returning, whenever the return get called, function will get destroyed and get back with the value, which is res stored 24. Okay, now it's changed to 24, and get back to here, and 24 multiplied by 5, how much it is? Okay, let's see, it's 120. Okay, because it's 20, 20, 500, yeah, 20. Okay, when we have got here 24, here we got 24 multiplied by 5, and returning res, means 5 multiplied 24 is 120, so it will get changed to 120, and this also get destroyed, and then this also get destroyed because it's written, and it will return to the original where it is called first time where it is called, and with the result value, and what is the result value is 120, and that's why we will get console here 120. This is a what we say the dry run. This is a what how the JavaScript run our function calls. Okay, okay. I know it's might be little bit difficult. Okay, it is difficult. Okay, okay, okay. Now you can ask your doubts. You can ask your doubts. Why we return? Okay, let me unmute you. Okay, now you can unmute yourself. Did you getting whenever we return it will get destroyed, and if we return anything, like every time I am returning res where it is here, every time I'm returning res. Okay, okay, we have some questions. For the JS perspective, for the conceptual perspective, yes, recursion is most important because you have to deal with the multiple functions, because everything written in a form of function, so you need to understand what is returning, how it's returning, because return is basic thing. Okay, so आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि कहाँ कौन से फंक्शन से क्या रिटर्न वैल्यू आ रही है, फिर हम उसको कहाँ मैनिपुलेट कर रहे हैं, कहाँ हम इसे यूज कर रहे हैं, तो हाँ, दिस कॉन्सेप्ट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट सिमिलर एज ऑब्जेक्ट. Okay, okay, because did you notice every return it will get destroyed and then return with the value. Correct, correct. An interview asks you this concept. Okay, okay. And this concept called closure. Okay, this concept called closure. I am not naming right now because we will see on next advanced thing. But this is a, we can say this is a pivot for the your closure. Sorry, recursion. Yeah, closure. Okay, okay. Just go and Google the most asked question closure, let where const and closure. This is a two concept every single interview asks. It have the 100% probability. Like it's asked by any interviewer for any what do you say experience or fresher. They ask these two questions: let where const and the closure. So you need to understand like which call passing which argument and which function returning its value and what it's returning. Okay, and that will result something different. Okay, okay, okay. Did you notice every time we created let, every time we created res using let, and it will handle properly, it's get handled properly and returning res. Did you notice? Okay, okay, okay. Let's come back to our problem, and let's try run here once again. Okay, let's try run here once again. Okay, okay. What happening here? We come on line number 24. It's a function call. It's a function call. So sorry, it's a function creation. Function created here. That's why we'll get ignored from here to here. That will get ignored from here to here. And then line number 5, line number 43, what it's called, it's num equals to 5, it's num equals to 5, num equals to 5. Okay, and then another variable factorial result, and inside that factorial result we have called the function, whenever we call the function, what happen? Whenever we call the function, what happen? It will create a box, it will create a box, it will create a function call box, it will create a function call box, and what it said, function execution call, and these whole function get stored inside this box separately in JavaScript. So I'm just writing initials. We have n equals to 5, we have n multiplied by recursive call, what we have, recursive call, this one, again we called here, call, we call, then it will create another, sorry, Where it is here. Then it will create another box. It will create another box. It will create another box for that. Okay. Again, we have another call inside that. We have another call. Can you see? We have another call. Then it will create another box. Okay. Whenever it's come here, it will create. It will create until and unless we found execute any single return. Until and unless we execute any single return. Any single return. And when n is equal to 1, when you get n is equal to 1, it will get executed, and then destroy that function execution box. Destroy that execution function box a with a return. What is the final return here? Here, res. And what is the res? What is res? Okay, let me just delete some program. Might be help you to understand. Okay, these consoles might be make you little bit confused, create some confusion. Okay, sorry, just a second. Yeah, these consoles. Okay, our program is not that longer you think. Okay, okay, this is the only program. Okay, this is the only program. This is the only program. Okay, okay, okay. Did you notice? Did you notice? Every execution call, sorry, every function call, every function call, every function call, every function call, create a create a function execution box where store the whole whole code or whole functionality of a factorial factorial function in every function call for 5. Then again here we return for 4, then 3. Okay, then 3, then 2. There it is. Then 2. Okay, and then 1. Why? Because only 1 till 1. Because when n, okay, it's a n, it's a n. Okay, it's n, it's n. Okay, and whenever we execute the return, it will return whatever we have written here. I have written 1. Did you notice? N minus 1, when the 5 minus at last we returning 1 in base case, so it will return with the value 1. And then n minus 2, then res, inside res we have n value is 2 multiplied by 1 which is 2, return with the 2. And then 2 and 3, and we have here 3 multiplied by 2, it's 6. Then return 6, we return 6, then it will get back here, because it will all of them get destroyed. Okay, all of them get destroyed. And then we come with the 6, it's 24, it's 24. Then it also get destroyed because we have written res, we have written the res. Then it's 24, and here 24 multiplied by 5, it's 120. We have written 120, and this also get destroyed, and we will came here at last where it is called originally, and it is 120. And inside this 120, and our output is 5 here, and it's 120. Want to see? Want to see? Let me just clear everything. Come back here, refresh. Did you see? Factorial 5 is 120. Correct? Correct? Okay. That is for today. It looks simple program, but it have the more like I said, complexity, and the more crucial and important concept of a JavaScript recursion. Okay, or we can say the function executions. Okay. Okay, so thank you guys.